was. Well, it's a premeditated act, obviously. They take their starting goalie out and put in their backup. It's 1970 style. It's right out of a slapshot movie type deal. Go after our goalie who's, you know, one of our top guys, obviously. He's been tremendous for us in the playoffs. Hasn't I don't have words for it that wouldn't get me fined, to be honest with you. It's kind of a disgrace to the whole tournament and the game. Like, this is supposed to be about young guys, the way they play the game, trying to move on to a national tournament, and we turn it into jumping other teams' goaltenders. I don't understand it, but I guess that's a tactic that they want to use, and I guess we'll see at the end of the week if it pays off.
Now today, as you alluded to walking in, a number of different penalties taken, not just at the end of the third period there, but throughout the first and second period. Is that adrenaline from your team coming in? Is that an officiating thing? What do you make of that?
Again, honesty probably takes me down a financial path. We killed a lot of penalties, and our PK was phenomenal tonight. 5-on-3s, 4-on-3s, 5-minute PKs. Just a credit to our guys. They were tremendous on the PK, and without our PK like that, we wouldn't stand a chance in the game. Why we killed that many penalties, I couldn't tell you, but I got to brush up on the rule book.
Your thoughts on the teams? Boys were able to keep their composure despite the amount of penalties and come back with a big effort?
Yeah, I think we penalty killed pretty well, and special teams is a big part of the game this late in the season. I mean, everybody's a championship team here, and everybody's going to be strong 5-on-5, so it's going to be taking advantage of your odd man opportunities. And I think collectively we did a pretty good job killing that many penalties. I mean, the second period wasn't too much 5-on-5 play, and I think Huey really held us in there, and I think we just did a great job, you know, killing those penalties and not really letting it affect our entire game.
Now, yesterday, a lot of the talk was around West Kelowna's penalty kills, shutting down lanes and whatnot. Today, I was astonished personally about what you guys were able to do on the penalty kill. What makes your penalty kill so special?
I mean, we have a pretty good coach, and we like to spend a lot of time, you know, deciding how we're going to go about different teams, different penalty kills, and I think we just moved it around real well today and got a pretty decent net front presence, and we did a pretty good job getting pucks through, and that's just a credit to how much time our staff and our team puts into it.
What happened on
It was actually a great play by Cockrell, wheeling it down the wing and saucing that one back door for me, and it was just a quick tap in. But we came into this knowing that West K gave up a fair amount of shorthanded goals against, and we knew that if we kept our feet moving, we were going to be able to take advantage of that, and we went out there and did.
Were you surprised at the amount of, I guess you could really pretty much say hatred that developed between you guys, and given the fact that really not a whole lot of history between the clubs?
I think there's not too much history between the two clubs personally, but the AJHL and BCHL are there's some history there, and I think this late in the season, I mean, it's going to get heated, and everybody takes it pretty seriously. So there's going to be some grit and some hatred between the two teams, but I think it only fuels us and gets us up and going and excited, and just helps our game.
Go back to yours for a second. You guys, I guess, benefited from having that first day off. Talk about what you were able to do, maybe by scouting, or what. Talk about the advantages of having that first day off.
Well, winning our league in 5 games, that helped us in the first sense, just that we got to watch a lot of video on other teams. Most of our pre-scout we did on West Kelowna and Melfort, just being our 2 first opponents, and then obviously yesterday we got to watch the other 2 teams in Portage and Estevan. So the days off, it was nice. We got to come out here Wednesday. We were early, got to practice, get used to both rinks, and then obviously just get acclimatized to the hotels and the restaurants and all that. And the day off helped. I think obviously our guys had a lot of energy today. Some guys had to kill a lot of penalties, so it's been good.
Setting aside frustration maybe of today's game, what have been your overall thoughts on the tournament, how it's gone so far in terms of outside the arena?
Yeah, I mean, it's been real good from the minute we stopped here to drop off our gear. The rink's fantastic. I don't think it depends what town you're in. You see a rink like this, it's unbelievable. Hotel's great. All the people we've met have been extremely helpful. Restaurants, everybody, people offering us rides if we need them. So it's been a real good small town type feel, and we're happy to be here.
Moving forward, might be some disciplinary issues to deal with, I suspect, going forward. How does what does the team do to sort of move beyond that and just kind of keep your eyes on the prize?
Yeah, I don't know the disciplinary issues. Obviously, our goalie gets jumped, instigated on. There's a 5-minute, there's a 2-minute. I don't know how much discipline can get thrown his way. I don't know that he had a choice. And then obviously them putting in their backup goalie at that same stoppage tells me the whole thing's premeditated. So I would hope the powers that be see all of those sequences of events and maybe not cut us some slack, just see it for what it was. It was something premeditated. If discipline comes down, we got another 20-year-old goalie that took us to a league championship final last year, and he's pretty darn good in his own right. I think he was 31-5 this year, so we just jump right over to him, and I don't think we see any difference.
Just with West Kelowna playing last night, how did that factor into your game?
Not so much into the game plan, just the fact that we knew this was their 25th playoff game today, where it was only our 13th. They played last night at 7. We've been sitting here practicing, getting excited to play. So we knew that it could potentially help us, but we obviously had to do the work to make it an advantage.
I'll just go back here for a sec. You guys came out and you looked great 5-on-5 right off the bat. You guys played with a special intensity throughout the entire game. Is that something that is, just all the adrenaline pumping through the veins first game, or is this something that we can continue to expect to see from the Bruce Bandits?
Yeah, it's an exciting tournament, and everybody's pretty pumped up to, it's the first game, get things going. But also, we've played 13 playoff games, and we have a pretty deep lineup. So really, going this deep hasn't had much of a wear and tear on us. I mean, we feel pretty fresh, and also with not playing yesterday, we were pretty excited, and we've been pretty bored for the last couple of days. So it's nice to get things going, and yeah, I think there's a lot of adrenaline pumping, but also we're an exciting team, and we have a lot of depth and a lot of speed, and I think that's something you can definitely see throughout the tournament.
Thanks, guys.